Today I'm going to be talking about my 2015 Honda Grom. In North America it's known as the Honda Grom. In other parts of the world, I believe in Europe and Asia, it's called the MSX125 for the 125cc that's in here. It's a great little bike and I'm here to talk about how the Grom will really fit into any motorcyclist's life, whether as a second bike, I believe that's where it really stands out, or if you're looking for your first bike just to kind of commute. I want to place an emphasis on commuting around town, doing city riding. Why this is a great bike for that. Just to give it a quick walk around, I don't have a ton of mods on mine. When I bought this from the previous owner, they had already plasti-dipped the fairings up here, some of the other parts, and it kind of stood out to me. I know it's not like the cleanest job done. I kind of like the purple, so I'm just sticking with that for now. My first naked bike, which I also own right now to pair up with this, is the 2016 Yamaha FZ07, because I'm Canadian. It's also called the MT07. But yeah, the Grom is a great looking bike. 125cc. Great for just around town and, you know, having fun. It's very welcoming. It's not super intimidating for a learner. That's why I think it's one of, if not the best bike to learn on. Because of how light it is, the power, and the seat height. Still have the stock exhaust on it. Throw an exhaust on here and it sounds so good. I love the sound of a thumper, a single cylinder. It's not just a baby bike for learning necessarily. It is an absolute blast to ride around as a second bike. I'll talk about the community in a bit. I think that's one of the largest appeals, is the community. There's a fender eliminator kit on here. I don't see this rack very often on other Groms, and I actually had plans to put a little milk crate on the back. You'll see bar and mirrors pretty frequently on a lot of Groms, as well as some aftermarket levers. Big headlight. This is the first generation design. I do like the second generation, the way the LEDs look. I love that. But I've heard that the seat is a lot comfier than the newer ones. And I believe for the newer ones, the exhaust actually goes underneath. If you are looking into getting a rack like this, make sure that it fits your generation because it's different. So yeah, that's kind of just a walk around of the bike. I'll do one more. It's a very approachable seat height, under 30 inches. And for learners, if seat height is a consideration, learning on something like this just gives you so much more confidence if you don't want to learn on something like a cruiser. Generally the cruisers have approachable seat heights, but the Grom, it's really nice. It's really small compared to a normal motorcycle key. The Grom key is significantly smaller than this Yamaha. That was a fun little touch by Honda. You'll want to pull off this back section here, just like that. You can see the yellow underneath, I know. Under the seat itself, that's where you have some storage options. The registration and the manual is in there. There's the battery and a toolkit. You do have to like really give it a fair amount of pressure back here. The seat I really like. If you're riding two up in Europe or Asia, I would love to do that. But it might be a bit underpowered for North American roads, unless you're just going around the city. You got the headlights, pretty simple stuff. Turn signals at the bottom. You got the horn. Pretty loud. I know that a lot of people make fun of Hondas for mixing these up. You get used to it after a week or so. Ignition, kill switch up here, your electric start. Right there. Front wheel lock if you're parking it, but to start it up, that's what the dash looks like. Very similar to a lot of Hondas I've owned. CBR 500 2017, and even my 2014 CRF 250L looked just like this minus the tachometer. You get trip A, trip B, and then total. No temperature or anything like that. They do have a clock, which is nice. I filled this up yesterday. It cost me $3.30. Pretty much an entire tank, which is awesome. You get around 200 kilometers. It is pretty quiet, as it's just the stock exhaust, and even being a 125.